I'm Eddie Brophy.
I'm Jason Smith.
Now you know which WrestleManias we're bigger fans of when you can't get me to shut the hell up. Of course, this is WrestleMania 12. You have the Iron Man match. You have Taker's match with Diesel. Warriors' infamous match with, at the time, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And of course, one of my favorites was the Piper and Goldust, what they call it?
Backlot Brawl.
The Backlot Brawl, where they actually inserted footage from the O.J. Simpson van chase, or the Bronco chase, into the actual event. However, we'll get into that after Jason gives us some stats.
Certainly. March 31st, 1996, Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. Total attendance was 18,853.
Again, that number is constantly
Static.
in flux.
That's about average that they do for an arena.
It's average for an arena. I mean, and it's kind of sad because this is one of those WrestleManias where it's like you had so many phenomenal matches. Obviously, the number one being Bret Hart, HBK, 60-minute Iron Man match. HBK wins the title after they go to sudden death. This is the match that ultimately created Mr. WrestleMania. I mean, you had the high points, the high-flying stuff, the in-ring stuff. All in all, I just felt like they had such phenomenal chemistry for two guys that couldn't stand each other. And speaking of two guys that can't stand each other, Ultimate Warrior and Hunter Hearst Helmsley. My mind is still blown by the pedigree on Warrior. Not even kind of selling it, just pedigree
Up.
and he's up. Like
Even Undertaker sells everything.
oh my god. Ziggler oversells. You have HBK. There was that huge, backstage crap over him overselling to Hogan, but way to undersell. I mean, I don't know what's worse, like HBK like taking a punch from Hogan and just bouncing all over the ring, or literally like down up. It's an infamous moment, I guess. But how would you have booked this differently?
I think you say it right there. You have a guy like Triple H who is an elite talent, especially at this time. He's young. You're trying to make him have a name. But at the same point, you have some of your old stars, Razor Ramon, 1-2-3 Kid. They're on their way out, heading to WCW. Either one of those against Triple H, and just for the fact that I think it would be a cool look back, especially because they're all friends.
Right,
I think they
obviously
would have
the clique.
performed on that stage.
Right.
So,
But I mean, obviously Vince had so much invested in Warrior's return. I mean, is there another guy on the card you could have given Warrior to?
It's so difficult. I mean, Steve Austin's the next guy in line.
Sadly.
That's hard to say. There's really not, because you're looking for somebody with credibility. I don't know.
And of course, Piper's just been crapped on for so many years in terms of being a legitimate like WWF title holder or contender. But I'm not angry with how they booked him with Goldust, because that was, if it wasn't like memorable because it was a fantastic match, it was just memorable just because of the kind of match it was. Yeah. And obviously, no one's really going to look back on this Mania. And I mean, obviously, Taker and Diesel had a great match.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But it's certainly not one of the highlights because everything takes a backseat to the 60-minute Iron Man match, which was the first time I believe they did that, at least at a WrestleMania. And now we want to know your thoughts. At MO Commentary on Twitter, 978-276-9418. That is the voicemail box. Or you can make a video on YouTube and send it to us, and we will include it on our Marks on Commentary YouTube page. Obviously, we want more of your feedback and your thoughts. Were you in attendance? What were your highlights? How would you have booked it differently? But in the meantime, I'm Eddie Brophy.
I'm Jason Smith.
We are Marks on Commentary, and next is WrestleMania 13.